Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily tarot forecast. This is going to be for each sign. We're going to start with Aries, and this is going to be for the date of Saturday, June the 6th. Okay, Aries, we had some cards just hit the table. How many do we have? We've got 5. We're going to shuffle those. We're going to pull the first 3 out of those 5. Okay. All right, so Aries, what do we have showing up here for you? I am using the Good Tarot for my deck today. You've got is this the 8? Yeah, the the 8 of air showing up in reverse. We also have the Ace of Earth showing up in reverse. And we have the World card showing up in reverse. Okay, so Aries, I'm going to have to feel around about this a little bit and see what we have going on here. So Aries, it looks like your world has been basically turned upside down recently. And at first, when it happened, you were kind of stuck about what you were going to do about this or how you were going to handle it. And now you're starting to see the solutions. You're starting to see what you can do to handle this situation where everything seems like it got turned suddenly upside down on you. Why did this happen? Well, this is what I really need to feel into about. This is happening because you have certain goals or targets that you're trying to reach. And as you were trying to reach them, there was something that came up that slowed things down or that was some kind of resistance, just kind of threw things off track for a little bit. I don't feel like it's permanently off track. It's just a temporary situation. And I think that's what this Ace of Earth in reverse is how everything got turned upside down. But you're finding the solution to that. It just took you a little bit by surprise. But you're fine. You're fine. You're getting to be fine. You might not have known you were fine at first. You do now. Okay, let's look at Taurus next. And this is Taurus for June the 6th. Okay, Taurus, let's see what we have here for you. All right, so Taurus, 4 of Earth, 8 of Water, Empress in reverse. Okay, so Taurus, Four of Earth combined with the 8 of Water just means that you are trying to hold yourself back. You're trying to protect yourself, protect what you have, whether that's emotionally or financially. This is going to be different in different situations. And in trying to protect yourself and what you have, you are walking away from a situation that has been making you feel depleted or has been depleting you. And why is this happening? Because you're realizing that this situation has really interfered with your ability to manifest. You haven't been able to manifest the things that you want to manifest lately, and you're starting to realize that a lot of that is because of the interference that this other situation causes. And so you're walking away from that interference because you want to be able to, what I'm hearing is get your life back on track. Okay. So that's for Taurus. That's kind of heavy duty. That's big stuff there, guys. Geminis, you guys are up next. This is Gemini for May the 6th. There's something about the finish on the cards in this deck that makes them not shuffle as easily as other decks. It's a thick finish. It's a nice thick cardstock. Like there's no complaints of quality, but they just don't shuffle really well. Okay, so Gemini, you did have some cards fall. We're going to take the top 3 out of those cards. Okay. So Geminis, you guys have the Ace of Air in reverse, Page of Air right side up, and the King of Fire. Okay, so what's going on with you, Geminis? 2 air signs, or 2 air cards. Ace of Air in reverse and the Page of Air. So basically, Geminis, it looks like to me on the 6th, you're finding out some new information. You're being told something or taught something new, and you are turning around and passing that information along to somebody else right away, or teaching somebody else what you just learned right away. Now, why is this happening? I think this new information is coming from a King of Fire. This is going to be somebody, doesn't really have to be masculine in a general reading like this. Excuse me. But this is going to be somebody who is an authority figure, who has a lot of enthusiasm and passion about whatever it is they're doing, not just their love relationships, um, and who's very good at thinking outside the box about problem solving. And so this person may have given you the solution to some kind of problem and been taught, okay, this is how we're going to handle this now. And so eliminate that problem. Then you're letting other people know, okay, this is a new way of handling this, or this is our new policy, or, maybe it's not at work, maybe it's more personal. But either way, you're passing along information that you get from that King of Fire type personality about how to handle the situation so that the outcome is better than what it would have been otherwise. Okay, so that's for Geminis. Thank you for the thumbs ups, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that. Next up, we have Cancer for June the 6th. You just had a card fall, Cancer. Let's see if anything else comes out. All right. Nice cards, Cancer. Okay, you guys have 3 of Water. Hello there, Cheryl. Glad you're here, honey bunny. How are you? Second card, Cancers, is the 8 of Earth. I like the little violin card. So cool. And then we also have the Queen of Earth. Okay, so Cancer, you guys have the 3 of Water and the 8 of Earth. This just tells me that you're working together with some friends. Isn't this pleasant? Feeling productive, doing something that makes you feel like you're accomplishing something, and you get to do it with friends. How awesome is that? And why is that? Because of a Queen of Earth. For a lot of you, this Queen of Earth is somebody who has actually orchestrated this so that you all could work together on a project. For others of you, she may not be so much the orchestrator as somebody that you all are pulling together to help. Okay, so a Queen of Earth personality is somebody who is probably feminine, or if they're masculine, they're going to have a less dominant or a less assertive, I should say, personality. But this is going to be somebody who is very much like a nurturer. She's kind of a mother hen type personality. She likes to look out for other people. It makes her feel good to be able to help them. And she likes to share her resources. She just enjoys being able to share the good that she has. And so this is the person who is either orchestrating this work among friends, work along with friends, I should say, or you and your friends are working together to help this person. All right. Very cool. Very cool, Cancers. Glad to hear that you're doing so well, Cheryl. It's been a while since I've seen you in here. La da 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 da. Let's look at Leo next. Leo for June the 6th. Shakoya, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. Are you on your lunch break or something? La da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da 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 da, la da da da. Leos. Look who came up in the middle of your cards, the Lion. Actually, this is a card that would be known for Aries, but we have the Lion in the picture here. I think it's totally appropriate that it shows up in your spread. All right, so Leos, you start off with the Eight of Fire. And then, like I was showing you, the Emperor. And the Seven of Earth. Awesome. Well, I'm glad you could stop by and hang with us for a few minutes. Okay, so Leos, let's look at this. Eight of Fire, along with the Emperor. There is a lot of communication going back and forth between you Leos and somebody who has a position of authority or who is a decision maker who has influence in your life. So a lot of communication going back and forth between the two of you. Why is this happening? Because of payday, interestingly enough. Now, I don't really get a negative feeling off of these, so I don't feel like you're fighting your boss over pay. And even with the Emperor, this could be something about the government. This could be a lot of communication going back and forth between you and some government entity about where's my check? If you have a stimulus check that you haven't received yet, Leos. Yeah, that's very specific, but this is what it is. This is a lot of communication going back and forth between somebody who has influence in your life, a decision-making influence and power, and this is all about payday. Where's my money, honey? All right, so that's Leos. Yep-ya-yo, let's look at Virgo. Yep-ya-yo, let's look at Virgo. Virgo, what do you have? Oh, that's really interesting. Okay. Queen of Earth showing up in reverse. Eight of Fire showing up in reverse. Emperor showing up in reverse. Okay, so Virgo. Queen of Earth and the Eight of Fire in reverse. Okay, so Virgos, there's somebody in your life that you have been in communication with and that you have been very generous with that person in the hopes that your generosity would help them improve their particular situation so that eventually they would not need your generosity anymore. However, in this card, I'm seeing where you're cutting off that generosity. And in fact, besides cutting off whatever it is that you were sharing with that person in hopes of helping them, you're also cutting off communication. I feel like the reason that you're cutting off communication along with the generosity, because normally you don't get both of these together. This person has done something that has you highly offended or insulted. All right, let's remember that we're in eclipse season. Full moon is Friday, which is today, the day before this prediction comes up. So we may be feeling a little extra emotional. They may be feeling a little extra emotional. And with the way our planet is set up, people are going to be acting more aggressively than usual. So kind of up to you how much slack you want to give them, how much leeway you want to give them, but definitely be compassionate with yourself. Now, why is this happening? Because you've got an emperor in reverse. There's somebody who has misused their power. So you've been giving them something. Maybe you've been giving them a lot of things, and they have been misusing that. They've been taking that for granted, and even they've been expecting more than what you probably could give or what you were willing to give. And coming across as being entitled and almost of like, how dare you not help me more than you already have, even though what you've already done for them should have them sitting pretty good by now. And so I think that you were already worried about this situation and seeing it wasn't going in the direction that you wanted it to, Virgos. When this person made this comment or did this thing that just kind of put the icing on the cake for you, you were just like, it's almost like I feel like a light bulb went on for you. Like whenever this person did or said, whatever it is that they did or said on the 6th, I think that it was like a lightning bolt of clarity just hit you, like all of a sudden. And then I think you're looking back afterwards going, yeah, 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 it all adds up. Should have seen that coming. It all adds up. And that when that lightning bolt of clarity hit, you're like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not even talking to you. Don't bother with me. Okay. We are in eclipse season. In eclipse season, things get eclipsed right out of our lives. Not unusual. Not unusual. Not always comfortable, but not unusual. All right, let's look at Libra. This is going to be Libra for May the 6th. Okay, Libras, what do you have showing up? 2 of fire. 3 of air in reverse. Whoop, whoop. Ace of water. Okay, so Libras. 2 of fire and 3 of air in reverse. This is interesting. This is really interesting. The 2 of fire talks about you have a choice to make, and there's really not a wrong thing for you to pick. Whatever you pick is going to be good. And then we've got this 3 of air in reverse, which talks about healing from some kind of past betrayal or emotional heartache or heartbreak. It really makes me want to say you guys have a choice of which heartache or heartbreak you want to heal from right now. Which one do you want to put energy and effort into healing from? Like at first, I was really happy to see this card because it is healing, but now I'm not sure. I'm not so sure I'm happy because now we've got this implication of, look, Libra, you got lots of stuff to heal from. Which one do you want to start with? Which doesn't make me feel so good for you guys. It makes me feel like you've taken a beating. All right, so yeah, so you've got a heartache or a heartbreak that you're choosing to heal from it. You're choosing to spend the energy and the time in healing from that and putting the other ones on the back burner and kind of waiting until a better time to heal from them because you don't have enough energy and effort and maybe even resources to put in that time in healing all of them all at the same time. So you're just going to start with one. All right. Well, why is this happening? Because we've got an ace of water showing up in reverse. And an ace of water is showing that there's somebody who has showed you their true colors. And I think this took you by surprise. They may not be the person that you used to think they were. It's interesting because I'm getting a little different feel off of this card than what I normally do. Normally, like when somebody shows you their true colors, you start realizing, wow, they're not as great as I thought they were. Darn it. And it's disappointing. But in this situation where I feel like somebody is showing you their true colors, I feel like you had already sort of relegated them off to the not worth my time group of people. And so when you see their true colors here, you start to realize, well, maybe they're not as bad as I thought they were. So you've got somebody that shows you their true colors, and you start to realize that they're not arch enemy number one. And so you're deciding to do some healing over some kind of heartache or heartbreak because of that person showing who they really are. All right. Interesting stuff, Libra. Interesting stuff. Gotta say, somebody always keeps me on my toes every day. One of y'all do. One of y'all just stretch that perceptive boundary every day into something that I would have never imagined could happen. All right, so next up, we're looking at Scorpio, fellow Scorpios. Let's see what we get today. Scorpio, Scorpio. What do we have here? Okay, Six of Water showing up for us Scorpios. Right side up, that part's nice. Queen of Earth. And the Hanged Man. Okay, fellow Scorpios. We do have an ex coming back from the past. I'm not even going to say it necessarily has to be an ex as far as boyfriend. It could be an ex-friend. But this is somebody that we used to spend time with in the past. Probably more of a feminine energy, doesn't have to be. And this is somebody who is very grounded and really likes their stuff. They like their stuff to be comfortable and beautiful. And so this is somebody like that, somebody who really enjoys the physicalities and the tangibilities of life that is showing back up in our lives on Monday. No, not Monday, on the 6th. That makes it what? Saturday. On Saturday. That's the thing about not working at an office. You never know what day it is. All right, why is this happening? Well, it's happening because we have the hangman here. It's happening because this person has sort of been waiting and holding back on showing up in our lives. And so with that waiting, looks like they've completed the waiting and now they figured it's the right time to make an appearance. All righty. What are we going to do with that appearance, Scorpios? That's the next question. Let's see. Who are we working with next? Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I do want to use a different deck for you guys. It's just calling out to me. It wants to talk to you. So we're going to use this one. I don't even actually know the name of this deck. I can never remember, but I can tell you that it's available at Barnes & Noble. For me, it was on a spinner rack near the front. And I picked this up several years ago, and I picked up another one more recently. So I'm guessing it's still there. But what is the name of it? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Okay, Sagittarius. What do you have? I've named this deck Carnival, but what name to tell you to look for it if you want to buy one? It's a whole different story. Okay, so Sagittarius, what is Spirit saying to you through Carnival or about you for the 6th? You have the Hanged Man showing up in reverse. You also have the Page of Cups in reverse, Sagittarius. And you have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Ugh, we don't like that card, do we? No, we don't. All right. Sagittarius, Hanged Man with the Page of Cups in reverse. There's somebody that you're not too thrilled with and you've been holding back. I get the sense that you haven't been saying anything to them about some of the things that have been bothering you because you feel like that would offend somebody else who you don't want to offend. You know, so say that this is like a daughter-in-law you don't want to say something to, or a son-in-law you don't want to say something to because you don't want to offend your kid. Or maybe this is your friend's husband or wife and you don't want to offend your friend. But there's something about this person that you just really don't like at all. At all. And you've been holding back. You haven't been saying anything for a while because you didn't want to offend anybody else by saying how you really feel about this person or what you really think of this person. On the 6th, you're not holding back. That Hanged Man is right side up. And I got to tell you, doesn't it look like he's dancing the jig, Sagittarius? I think it's going to feel pretty good to say what you really think of or how you really feel about this person. I think it's going to feel like a cathartic release. It's going to make you happy. People around will be lucky if they don't see you dancing a jig after you say what you need to say here. Alicia Bell, glad to see you. Why is this happening? Because you have tried to be nice and tried to be nice and tried and tried and tried to be nice to this person. And this person is still just fill in the blank. You know what I mean? All right, so that's Sagittarius. Trying to keep it family friendly here. Can't say what that person is really still being. Pretty sure you know, Sagittarius. All right, let's look next at Capricorn for June the 6th. Okay, Capricorns. We have the Hierophant. We have the Call. Those are two heavy hitters right there. And we've got the Three of Fire in reverse. Okay, Capricorns. For some of you who have been separated in your marriages, you're going to be deciding to put your marriages back together on the 6th. Now, obviously, that's a very specific thing to say. So we're going to open this up and make it more general so that we can see the application to other people as well. So in general, what we're looking at here, Capricorns, is some kind of tradition or commitment that you are going back to. This is something that's sort of been put on the back burner, and now you are going back to this. So a tradition, a commitment, a contract that you weren't paying that much attention to, you were putting it on the back burner, it was less of a priority or less important to. Now you're going back to it, revising that, and making it workable again. Why is this happening? Because you've got the Three of Fire in reverse. To me, this tells me that without this contract or agreement that you're going back to, you were kind of drifting aimlessly There was no real purpose or target or goal that you were working towards. And I don't think you liked kind of this free floating through life thing, Capricorn. I think you like having a purpose or a target or goal to shoot for. Okay? So that's Capricorns. Sequoia probably already had to go back off of her lunch break. That's too bad. Let's look next at Aquarius. Aquarius, you have this theme popping out of not being very happy right now. Not feeling very emotionally satisfied. That same card just tried to pop over twice. Tried to, but it didn't make it. It let me get a good look at it, though. All right, Aquarius. Let's see what actually comes out for you. Okay. You have patience. I love this card. Look at all the clocks. Isn't that adorable? You also have the 5 of fire. And you have the 4 of air in reverse. Oh, cool. I'm glad you still got to be here. I figured your lunch break was over. Thank you for the feedback, too. Okay, so Aquarius. Right now, you've got a whole lot of ideas coming at you. And it's really on you to patiently sort through those ideas and figure out which one is actually the best one for you. Why is this happening? Because you want to move. Whether you want to move your office, whether you want to move your home, whether you want to move on from a situation, there's some kind of move that you're making. And so as you're making this move, it's like you've got 1,000,001 things going through your mind that you could do as you're making this move. And so it's really important, and I think you are being very patient about sorting through and not making like a panic move or a knee-jerk reaction move, but moving in a way that makes logical sense because you're having the patience to sort through all the details and all the fine print and find what's best for you. La, da, da, da. Okay, up next, let's look at Pisces. Pisces for June the 6th. Really, anytime between now and June the 6th. Okay, so Pisces, King of Water is what shows up first for you. Isn't that cool? Then you have the 10 of Earth right behind that. And then you have the 6 of Fire. What's going on here? So Pisces, you guys have the 10 of Water showing up, and this 10 of Water or King of Water is somebody who is really good at being familiar, being aware of their emotions, being in the moment, being able to let you know what their emotions actually are. And this person is not in a very secure place. whenever we see them on June the 6th. This actually is not you. The King of Water could easily be Pisces, but I think this was somebody in your sphere of influence who's communicating with you on the 6th. And, they're very secure in their emotions, but they're feeling like something's off. They're feeling like something is off. Something is not going the way that it needs to go. And why is this happening? Isn't this interesting, Pisces? This is happening because you're letting go of something that's been negative or been dragging you down and moving towards something that is more healthy and better for you. For a lot of you, this is a negative thought pattern that you used to hold on to. And as you're continuing to think more positive thought pattern, that's changing the way you handle things or interact with people in your life, including our King of Water here. And as you are becoming more healthy mentally and emotionally by changing that thought pattern, the King of Water is noticing that you're making changes. He's not exactly sure where they're coming from or where they're headed. And so that has him feeling insecure. And he's going to be open enough to talk to you about that feeling. Seems like you guys have an important conversation coming up, Pisces. All right, so that covers everybody. Thank you all so much for being here and spending some of your precious time with me. I really do appreciate it. Thanks also to those of you who have put thumbs up on this video or share this video with others. That helps me get out to more people and helps me help more people. So I'm very happy about that. Thank you. And then, of course, also thank you to those of you who are subscribers and those of you who order private readings from me. It's because of all of you guys' support at every single level that I'm able to do what I love to do for my living. So thank you very much. Everybody have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you guys the next time around. Peace out.